Commander, I've picked up the energy reading from that weird source on Earth before it was destroyed. It's now on this planet called Copper 9. I've set coordinates to it. Good. Once we arrive, we'll head out and search for this weird energy signature. It could help us replenish Cybertron. Alright everyone, we have arrived here on Copper 9 and I'll be taking a small group of you with me to scout out and see if we can find the energy source. Got it? Yes sir, yes sir. Alright, Battle Trap, you and Axel Grease will be coming with me. Empress, you will be staying here with Filch. Yes, Commander. What about me, Firestorm? Do I get to tag along? I'm sorry, my dear Gracie, but you can't come. The planet out there doesn't seem to be hospitable for organic life. But you said I could go on the next mission, and this is the next mission. I know I said that, dear, but I don't want to risk losing you out there. Now please, stay on the ship. You and Filch can mess around or something. Fine, I'll be in my room. Alright guys, let's roll out.
Uzi, why are we out here? Bite me, V. I picked up this weird energy signature back from the bunker. It seemed like something was landing here. It could be some more disassembly drones or Sin trying to come around for a round 2. We need to check it out. Fine.
Alright, we're here. This is where we picked up the energy signature. Let's have a look around.
Primus, this place is freezing.
Yeah. I wonder why this planet's constantly in a state of ice and snow. Anyway, let's start looking for that energy signature around here.
Yep, let's move.
Lick. We haven't found anything yet. We've been out here for hours now. I know. You're a Junkion. Aren't you meant to be good at finding weird scraps? Hey, I'm only part Junkion. I may have been born on that planet, but I'm not full Junkion. Ugh, whatever.
Licky. New friend to play with.
Nope.
Gas.
What the? Firestorm?
Yep. That weird thing was about to kill you guys, I think, so I shot it in the face. And I think it's also the energy source of what we're looking for. Ow. I am in pain.
On to the review.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Firestorm Reviews. And today we're reviewing another piece of merchandise from Glitch Productions, being another wave of their animiniz. This time of their, in my opinion, my favorite show of theirs, the murder drones. Before we get into the boxes, unboxing them, let's have a look at the packaging here first. Firestorm down. It is now canon that Firestorm was defeated by murder drones. So yeah, here we have the box. On the front here we have images of the best character ever, V, everyone's favorite cinnamon roll, N, Gremlin Child Uzi, and Workaholic J. And we also have the classic murder drones X marking Uzi's, I mean not Uzi's, skull imagery, worker drone, and Uzi's battery thing, which I love because it's basically the equivalent of a robot's human brain skull sense. On the top here, it has the title, animiniz, 1 figure per box, and an Uzi, a pile of dead robots, the cabin from the isolate from the cabin fever episode, and we have all the figures here, Uzi and V, J, Sin, Doll, technically Tessa, but also technically Sin, if you haven't seen the show, shame, Nori, and mystery character. And on this side, we have an image of Doll, some Eldritch Solver tentacles, and mystery drone. We have Sin being Sin, and Tessa and Nori. Alright, now let's get into the boxes. And before we open them, let's have a look at these. Alright, the boxes here, very similar to the Digital Circus ones. Let me just grab one of the boxes. Here they are compared to each other. We have the names on what characters you can possibly get. Some quick descriptions, I'll read that in a bit. Some different technical stuff here, and image of one of the characters on top. And boring technical stuff on the bottom. Alright, let's get that out of here. Alright. So yeah, the boxes, we have an option. These are the options we have available to get. And here, let me just read this. In partnership with JC Jensen, we are complied to mass produce our murder-free replications of our favorite murder drone characters. Glitch RP representative. The main cast is of the hit internet series Murder Drones is here as an like of animini figures. Please take care with unboxing in case one of your figures has been replaced with an Eldritch horror. Very average stuff. And also, what do you mean murder-free? How am I supposed to use these things to wipe out humanity and bring forth the great solver if they're murder-free? What a shame. Alright, let's open our first box, and I'm really hoping to get V out of this lot. If you remember from my Digital Circus review, I got the secret character and missed out on Bubbles, so I'm hoping that V isn't the one who I miss out on. Alright, we're on to the first one. I think these things packages are bigger than the glitch one, the circus ones. And we got J. Let me just get her out of this, and then we'll have a look at her. Alright, here we have J out of the packaging, and I gotta say, it's a really nice figure. Definitely captures the overworker type that she is. And if you look in her hand, she has a JC Jensen branded pen. Nice. But I will say, of course, now on, yeah, she's a bit hard to stand up. I'm assuming the worker drone head was put there to like help with stability, but she struggles to stand up. Of course, you now stand up on your own. Of course, yeah. But besides that, she's a very nice figure and gives off her sassy personality very well. Alright, let's move on to the next character. And I will do like a size comparison with the Digital Circus crew at the end of this unboxing, alright? Alright, and our next character is gonna be, once I get them out of here. Come on, I opened it just right enough for it not to come open, seriously. Where are my scissors? Ah, there they are. And we got, yes! Got the figure I was hoping for, V. Now just get her out of here. So yeah, we got V, and if you guys can't tell, she's my favorite character. But there is something off with this one, I gotta say. If you look here, she has a brown vest and midsection. I'm not sure if this is an error or on purpose. Because if you look here at all the other figures of V's here, she has her standard black and one. I'm not sure if this is an issue or not. Let me know if you guys had this issue with any of your Vs, if you've got her in any of your sets. But yeah, it's pretty weird that she has a brown shirt instead of her black one. Yeah, so let's move on to the next characters. Oh, and also, before I quickly move on, V probably stands the best out of them so far. Ignore her faceplant just that, because she has 3 points on the ground. And also, that psychopathic face is just adorable. Alright, let's move on to our next box. Let's go one from the back row this time. And in this one we get... Put the box off to the side real quick. We got Doll. Should probably keep her away from V. If you've seen the show, you know what I mean by that. Here we have everyone's favorite Russian-speaking drone, Doll, with her eye patch. And she's using the solver symbol, like in the show, who used him to throw a steak knife. I just want to know, where did she get all those types of knives that she used in the show? Yeah, she's really amazing. She has all the details that Doll had in the show. Her nice purple hair. Which, I gotta say, why did nearly most of the drones who had absolute silver have purple hair? Yeah, she's a very nice figure. Definitely amazing. And let's see how well she stands. And she faceplants. Yep, most of these guys are probably going to struggle to stand because of their big heads. Well, she's just going to lay dead. Probably more accurate because she did end up getting killed off. Now, let's move on to our next character. And our next character is going from this box here. And let's see who we get. And we got Plastic Drone, everyone's favorite character. Now, let's see who it is this time. And we got Tessa / Human Sin. Tessa and Sin in spacesuit. Let's get her out of that. If I can even... Haha! Victory over the plastic. And here we have Tessa in her spacesuit. Her sword on the back, which... I still want to know why Sin / Tessa used a sword as her primary weapon. It was cool though, I will admit that. She has her classic... Well, not really classic. We have her bow. I can't quite remember if she wore it because it's been a while since I watched episode 5. And she has the big black void of the helmet. The JC Jensen hat, which I really need to get around to buying. And just the nice detail from the outfit. Now let's see how well she stands. Oh, she's using that as help. And... yay, she stands! Alright, let's move on to our next character. Alright, we're going with the last one of the first row. Now let's see who we get. If I can get it out of the packaging. And in this one we get... oh, we got the secret... we got the rare one. Saruzi. So, I wonder who I'll be missing this time. Hopefully it's not N, because I can't actually want to get him. Alright. So I wasn't expecting to actually get the Saruzi. Just to compare to our last rare mystery one we got here, I gotta say, it's probably a bit of an upgrade over the last one. Yeah. We have Silver-controlled Uzi with her weird little tail thing, which I call Reginald. She has her cool bat-like wings. her vampire-like teeth, the solar symbol on her face, her beanie, her purple hair, her jacket, which I wish I could have bought, but it just didn't have my size. Yeah, so I wasn't expecting this. So yeah, let me know down in the comments which character you think I'm not gonna have. My money's on not having Sin. And don't go to the end to see which one I miss out, because I'll know if you're lying. Because I see all, I hear all. And, nope, drop that one. And this one's from the back row, because we only have them left. And this one we get, it could come out. Oh, never mind, we got Sin. I was just saying, oh, we probably won't get Sin now. But nope, we got Sin. Lick. Hello humans, I am Sin, and I will continue on with the video here. No you're not, Sin. Oh, come on, please let me do so. It would be so fun to have their skins. Yes, please, give me your skins. Sin, no, stop being psychopathic. So yeah, here we have Sin, Tessa, or just Sin, and it's a really nice figure. Yes, I am the best figure, because I am the absolute solver of all destruction. Great, now I have to deal with two Sins in my house. Because yes, I actually have the Sin plush. Let me grab it to show you what the two of them are like next to each other. So yeah, here is the Sin plush and the Sin figure next to each other. And yeah, they look very similar. But I gotta say, the Sin plush has way better with the tentacles, because it actually has the tentacles. But besides that, I gotta say, the figure here is probably one of the best. And now for the stand-in test. Ouch, I fell over. Yep, she struggles to stand up too. Probably because of the high heels, and also she's using a dead corpse. Alright, let's move on to the next one. And Sin, you can try to stand there next to your best employee while Doll lays dead on the ground. I want to eat her core. No, you're not eating anyone yet. Right, now let's see who the last one is. Well, not the last one, the second last one. And this one is... I'm kind of hoping we get N here. And we got Nori, Uzi's mother, who everyone thought who was dead, but turns out she was still alive, living in the mines like a Minecrafter. I yearn for the mines. Yeah, so we have her in her core form, which is a little gross and creepy looking, I gotta say. But she's very cool. And she comes with the pickaxe and little hard hat she's wearing. Now I'm kind of hoping for a second wave of these guys where we get Khan, so I can put those two next to each other, alright? Let's move on to our last box. Alright, so our options for this one are either Uzi or N, because we've gotten everyone else. Now let's see who it is. And this one is, we got Uzi! Oh, so we're missing out on N. So yeah, the Uzi figure looks pretty nice. Let's quickly bring over her absolute solver one. And yeah, she looks very nice. They look very different. They still both look like gremlins. The jacket is different and all that. Well, different size and all that. Yeah, she's really nice looking. Now let's see if she can stand. And she stands! Alright, now let's move on to onto the scaling and all that. And then on to my final thoughts. Alright, here we have all the characters besides and next to each other. Alright, and now let's get the Digital Circus crew out here. This is the best I could do of getting them all side by side for comparison. They all look pretty well nice next to each other. And yeah. And I gotta say, for comparing the two secrets, Murder Drones does it way better than the Digital Circus. Alright, let's move on to the Firestorm members of the group, and then we'll go to my final thoughts. And here they are with Team Firestorm. Very outclassed in size indeed. Now, let's move on to my final thoughts. So yeah, my final thoughts on these guys. They're pretty amazing. I would have loved to have got an N instead of Nori, but besides that, these are great figures, definitely deserving of the purchase. And Glitch, please give us more of these guys. You could fill a whole second wave with some of the side characters from Murder Drones, like Lizzie, Con, Fad, Past Envy, E and J. Maybe another variant of the other characters you put in here. Maybe Past Tessa and all that. It would be great to get more of these guys. And maybe do some of these for the Gaslight District once there's more episodes out. Yeah, these guys are amazing figures, definitely deserving of the purchase. And great to see that we're still getting love for one of our favorite psychopathic robot shows, even without it airing anymore. And I also would love a season 2 if it's ever possible, but I understand if there wouldn't be one. Hey, Sid, get out the camera. Hey, no. This has been Firestorm Reviews. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Lick. Hey everyone, this is Editing Firestorm here, and something I forgot to mention about this is one thing I would love for Glitch to do with their Murder Drones figures, if they ever do more, is to make model kits of the characters, because I feel like they would work great for model kits. That's all I just wanted to quickly add, and yeah, let's go back to the proper video.